Welcome to the season finale of Stephanie and Jamie from The Ugly Truth doing Alone, season 10.
Jeff was trying to help me I was like, Jeff, we need to do an eagle scream. And he was like, he was doing all these. He couldn't do it either.
Nobody can do an
I
eagle
was like,
scream.
an eagle scream is impossible.
It's like,
yeah.
It's almost like a gunshot or something. It's weird how they do it. Or
so
maybe, I think that's a hawk, actually. I don't know.
We were doing anything
I
but
digress.
None of them sounded like eagle screams.
All right, so this is the finale. It's been a few weeks.
Yeah,
I think it's been a few weeks, but I'm really glad that we waited because you kind of want the dust to settle, and then you find out how things are going, and then we get an overall vibe of how the season went. So first of all, Alan, what a shock!
Yeah, I did not
won.
expect Alan to win. I really
he
didn't.
was a top 3, but you know what? That dude was resilient.
Yeah,
he never once indicated he wanted to tap.
Never. Yeah, I mean, it was
never.
We said the last show that we knew it was either going to be somebody who physically couldn't, and it had nothing to do with them wanting to leave, but they had no choice, or they were going to get hurt or something like that.
Right.
So
I will say, Mikey, not a shock. He was getting frostbite, and he was done. I think he was really struggling.
He was
physically, and so when they came to do the med check, before they could pull him, he tapped.
Yeah.
Now, I personally would have waited for them to pull me.
Yeah, me too.
But if they had...
But what if they didn't?
I think he was terrified.
Then he was like, okay, if they don't pull me, then
I'm stuck here with frozen toes. Yeah. And, you know, his feet, I hate that word, but they were giving him a lot of problems throughout the entire time he was there.
Yeah.
So
perhaps he didn't have the right equipment for that.
Possible. Or
they don't really talk about like that stuff anymore. They used to really kind of get into the equipment and the things they had. Now they really don't.
They didn't. So I think he was a whiny bitch.
Yeah, he was.
Personally.
But I mean, I give him props for lasting as long as he freaking did. They were there for what, 60?
Almost 60 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 59.
I think it was like 59, 58 days.
Right up there.
I will say this. It's so interesting when you watch reality shows. You and I both have watched our share. When somebody is not authentic, it is so clear.
Yeah.
And this guy had just so unlikable because he came off very inauthentic.
Mikey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like him.
Oh, really?
A lot. He's not no one's like, and you know, the guy that pooped in his diarrhea in his sleeping bag,
the Hawaii guy,
Luke, he set up a GoFundMe for Mikey to help with the kids getting the services and stuff. But if you do a deep dive on where he's from, first of all, they don't live in Dogpatch. Okay, they're in a suburb of Atlanta or something.
Oh, okay.
Number one. Number two, there are plenty of services for special needs children.
That was just his shtick.
That was his shtick. And I'm like, you know, he didn't seem like the brightest bulb.
No, he wasn't.
So the producers probably said, hey, you know, you said that you were here for your son. Go with that for the rest of the time you're out here. And he took that as orders. And so that's why he only said that.
Perhaps. I mean, or he was these people have to think about okay, how am I going to be an interesting person on this show?
Right.
What am I going to say?
It is a reality show.
Yeah. They do audition videos and all of that. So they already have to have some kind of a plan about what they are going to sell to the network.
The thing is there was one authentic moment, and it was the one when I think it was the time before he was actually tapping, where he said, finally, and honestly, it was the most honest he sounded, was when he said, I just wanted to come out here because I'm so tired of going to work every day. I just wanted to see if I could do it. It was a nice break. And I was like, thank you for being honest. Finally, if you had said that day one, I'd be really rooting for you.
Right.
But instead you're like, well, son. And he amped up his accent and stuff. And I'm like, you're a fake and a phony.
You're a fake and a phony. And I wish I'd never met you. Oh yeah, my bad.
I wish I'd never laid eyes on you. Anyway, it's true. And then Wyatt was a surprise.
Wyatt was a surprise. I was disappointed, but you know what? At that stage of the, like, they had been out there so long, it could have been anybody that's just like, I don't want to fucking do this one more day.
Dude, and he's just like, I think I've learned all I can. I've learned enough.
He was just done.
And what was funny is it wasn't about lack of food because he ate a meal before he tapped.
I think he knew he was going to tap, and he's like, I'm going to eat this whole fucking fish.
And he did too.
I'm starving, and that's the thing is, like, when the weather was, before it got really wintry, I think he was doing much better.
Oh, for sure.
Because he was eating a lot.
I mean, he's in his 50s.
Yeah.
His bones were probably killing him.
Well, I don't know that it was the cold. I think he was hungry. I think that was the first time that he actually was hungry.
Yes.
Because he was like, I can't just eat everything I have.
Yeah.
But when he could fish every day, he was getting like 3 fish a day.
He did so good.
And he could just grub. And he was like, I'm full. I'm fine. You know, I'm good.
Yeah.
Now it's winter. I'm not catching fish every day. And I'm like, shit, I don't like this.
Yes.
Like whole being hungry thing.
Daryl and I both were watching it going, I really want his dad to be there. I wanted his dad to sneak up behind him.
Wyatt?
Yeah.
I really wanted that
I
too.
wanted that so bad for him.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I mean, he was fine with it.
Yeah,
don't you always wonder, it's like, God, if I just waited one more day.
Because they both kind of tapped close to each other.
I don't
right?
think Alan would have tapped though.
I don't think he would have either.
I think
he wasn't ready.
He wasn't. He was still doing all right.
He was talking a lot about his wife and his kids
at the end.
So he may not have lasted. It may have been another week or so.
That's a long time.
But that's a long time out there.
And not only that, but he was even saying I'm starting to have food dreams.
Yeah, he was hungry too.
That your body starts going, we need food stat.
Yeah.
And Alan's like, I'm starting to have dreams about Thanksgiving or whatever he said. I don't remember, but anyway,
so it was surprising, but I was happy for him. What did you think of the anticlimactic reunion between him and his wife?
You know what? I don't really know how to.
I don't know what I expected.
It.
I mean, well, let me ask you this: in past seasons, has the reunification of whomever has it been more dramatic? Like.
I did feel like, wah, wah.
Yeah, she was like, hi. He's like, oh, hi. And they hugged and everything. And it's like, okay, I was expecting like, like tears and weeping. And
it's like, you did it, babe. Yes. You did it. I mean, and I always try to put myself,
gonging over
in
here.
that situation. If Daryl actually had the tenacity to do something of that level, which he doesn't, he fully admits it. But if he were gone, for 2 months and then ultimately won $500,000
and suffering, by the way,
hardcore,
they're not just gone.
No, they're not just living it up.
We know they're suffering. The families at home know they're suffering.
Yeah, and so I mean, first of all, I would be unfortunately embarrassed because I'd be like, look, you're going to see me ugly cry on this show.
Yeah,
you're going to see me look hideous. Get over it.
Right.
You know, you've been looking at my ugly husband for 2 months because he looks filthy and disgusting. And I know me. I'd hug him and I'd give him a hug and be like, you smell so bad. I can't even. Like, I can't even with you. And he'd be like, you want to look at my teepee? I'd be like, no, I don't actually. Because I know it's just going to be like a bear's den in there. And it's going to smell.
I'm just thinking the same thing.
Musk and disgust.
And there's no way to prepare.
No.
Like, you don't know they're coming. So you can't clean up before they show up.
Well, they do the med checks, but.
They did. And like,
it's not like they straighten up for the med people. They don't even go in there.
Part of them know, like, okay, I'm getting a med check. Could this be it?
I think they do med checks like every 3 or 4 days at the end.
Okay.
Because, things can turn so quickly.
Yeah.
But, I was like, God, could she have put on like maybe some lip gloss or something?
Anything.
I mean, she looked so.
But, here's the thing. This guy, he's a teacher.
Yeah.
And he teaches wilderness skills to children.
Yes.
So they're not
They're not bougie.
No, they're not a bougie family at any way. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But I mean, I hear you. I'm like, look, this is like the one time in our life we're going to be on TV. Like,
I mean, at least maybe get your brows done.
And people are
anything. I don't know.
And people are going to watch this on repeat or on demand. Like if with DVR or whatever.
Everybody's going to go. Remember season 10 when Alan won?
To be honest with you, I don't think a lot of people are going to remember season 10 because it fucking sucked. It was boring as hell.
It was so damn boring. I had made a comment in the Reddit about it, and I said, because everybody was hating on Mikey so much, and they didn't like Luke either, which I actually liked Luke, but
I didn't hate him.
Whatever. They're like, he was so arrogant. I'm like, so what? At least when he was on, I knew I was going to see something good.
Most of those people are arrogant. Who says I can survive in the wilderness completely with nothing?
Except for my ferro rod, and I can fish with a string.
Thank you.
That I pulled off of my head.
And I can shoot things with bow and arrows and strip them and eat rats and skin them. And,
Agreed.
I mean, come on.
So with that being said, it was uneventful for sure. I would say that Mikey is going to be memorable. He's going to be one of the most disliked people of all time. And you know what? That's something.
Yeah, agreed.
To be memorable is something.
Yeah.
Being a bad guy is not a bad thing. For shows.
Yeah, true.
And the editing could have been like, it was like ripping my skin off trying to get him off my TV.
You know what's funny?
But yeah, forever people will remember Mikey and they won't remember Alan. They'll be like,
true. Who won? I forgot. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
It wasn't Mikey. I remember it wasn't Mikey.
Yeah, and it wasn't Wyatt. And we all wanted Wyatt to win.
Exactly.
I feel like that all reality shows have someone that you end up hating.
Yeah.
And sometimes they become the most
memorable.
Yeah. Like Top Chef. Half the people that we hated on Top Chef are still part of the Top Chef family. Yeah. They come back to All Stars and they're guest judges and they're like,
because people remember
I hated Marcel in season 2, but Marcel is on everything.
Because Marcel is memorable.
He is.
And people like his shitty
he was
attitude.
kind of an asshole. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So I would say the same thing with this one is we'll remember Mikey. We'll remember Wyatt because he was the guy that we wanted to have. People wanted him to win.
Yeah.
His storyline was great. He was an alcoholic.
Like, Wyatt! No.
Same.
I was like, don't do it. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, it's easy for us to sit here in the warmth of our living rooms and say, don't leave.
Yes.
But I'm putting myself in his shoes and I'm like, yeah, I'd leave too.
I'm really tired of being cold.
Like, this is
I couldn't do it. I know.
And he kept almost catching his shelter on fire.
Twice.
I was like, this is going to happen like one of these times. It's going to catch on fire.
I thought that was what was going to force him to tap,
too.
Frankly. I
think it was just like, even though it was a small challenge, he's just like, I can't do, no.
I don't want to do this one more time.
An ounce of energy to worry about this thing.
Horrible. Okay, so really quick, I don't want to do this, but because we still have a few more minutes before we close out for the season until we probably Top Chef, or if you and I find another reality show that has like 10 seasons, we will do it. But I will tell you this, I've been watching Alone Australia.
Well, I know you told me. I was going to say there is one show coming up that I saw, and I don't even know what you're going to say about this. Okay, well,
hold on. Let me tell you about Alone Australia.
Please.
So this is the first time Alone has done Australia. Australian participants have never participated in Alone before. They recruit 10 people. There are people who say, I'm an alpha male. Like they think they can do this. No big deal, right? So there's 10. By day 3, Stephanie, 4 people had tapped. They're like, I can't do it. There was even one guy walking around with an axe thinking he was going to be able to take over the world. Something? And he, quote unquote, fell and hurt his knee and had to tap on day 3. I'm like, okay, pussy. Get out.
Thank you.
And so I'm like, I thought Australians were like way tougher than us.
No.
Like I thought they were way tougher than Americans. They're always boasting about how they live out a place that only wants to kill them, and yet
on half the island, but the other half is like very modern, and
they're all just like, and so
they have some of the most beautiful architecture in their buildings and stuff in the world, in Sydney and stuff.
I will say this. There are 2 women who are participating, and there's one woman who I think is going to go all the way.
Has any woman ever won any version of Alone?
I don't think so.
Okay.
However, this woman, and this is how I know, and I'm going to keep watching, but we're not going to do a weekly show on it.
Well, I'd have a lot of catching up to do.
She's like around our age. She got cancer when she was 38. Beat it. But the thing was, she was pregnant when she found out she had cancer.
Oh, God.
She didn't do any treatment. She waited until the baby was born.
Wow.
And then she started treatment.
That's brave.
She didn't want to kill her baby because she would have had to have had an abortion.
For sure.
So the baby's born, 3 years old. Her baby gets cancer and dies in less than a year.
Oh, God. Does it have anything to do with the fact that she had cancer?
She doesn't go into it. But the thing is this woman has survived hell.
I mean, I'm just wondering if that's a thing. Like,
I don't know. I mean,
you pass cancer onto your baby?
No. I don't think it's anything like that. It could have been just a strange coincidence.
Or genetics,
right? But the deal is this woman has gone through already suffering. Yeah. She can easily handle whatever Mother Nature has. See. I think this woman, and she's just like, shit, bring it on. Okay. I've done it all.
We'll see.
And so her daughter's birthday was out there. Day 4, it was her daughter's birthday, and she just wept and cried. Called her little spark, and I'm like, this woman has it. Okay. This woman has it,
well,
I think.
I hope she does.
But anyway, I would not recommend us doing a series on it because they're just dropping like flies. The thing's going to be over in 3 weeks. I mean, she's going to win in 3 weeks.
She's like, well, yeah, I did Alone Australia. I was out there for 10 days.
That's crazy. Like, wow. But these giant men are like, I'm hungry. And so they tap. They're hungry, so they tap. They're like, I need calories. And I'm like, you guys are
What
pussies.
did you think was going to happen when you came out here?
I don't know.
There's going to be a McDonald's drive-thru close by?
This woman is so tough, she didn't even bring a sleeping bag. She's like, I'll make my own bed.
Okay, well.
And she did. She's insane. Anyway, If you lose,
well, it sounds more interesting than the season we just watched.
It is, but I have to say, because they're dropping so quickly, I just don't think it would even be worth it.
Wouldn't be. Okay.
Well, all right, well, what's the show?
So
tell me.
First of all, I don't watch any of the Bachelor or Bachelorette shows, but I know you do.
I do.
Right?
I watch Bachelor in Paradise.
Oh, is that the only one you watch?
I used to watch The Bachelor when it was good.
Oh,
but
did it get dumb?
It's gotten progressively worse because of who they recruit. They recruit these Instagram wannabes, influencers and stuff.
I don't like that stuff. So this one's called.
Tell me.
It's called The Golden Rose.
Okay.
Have you seen that? You haven't seen the trailer?
No.
Okay, it's getting ready to come out soon.
Okay.
But it's basically women over 60, I want to say. 55.
Done.
Yes.
Let's do it.
So they did the trailer and they all talked. They did a highlight on each woman, and they're all absolutely stunning, beautiful, gorgeous.
So these are over 60. So these are geriatrics?
Yes. That's why they're calling it The Golden Rose.
Now, are they dating younger men?
No,
or
it's one guy. It's like, it's just like The Bachelor, right? Isn't that what The Bachelor?
Yes.
So there's a guy, and all of them are pining for this dude.
One woman. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Okay,
So now I've never watched any of these versions of these shows, so I really don't. I kind of understand the premise, but I don't know how they try to convince him that they're the one. Or
well, I don't know. But when does it start? Do you know?
Soon, because it was on. I was watching something, and it was. The trailer, it was the full trailer. And
all right, I'm setting my DVR.
You'll have to look it up. We'll look it up. But I just didn't know if you. I'm like, I don't know if she'd be interested in this.
Yes.
But I'm like, I actually want to.
Oh my god,
it.
let's do it. Yes. Okay. So the Golden Rose is our next weekly.
It's coming
bi-weekly.
Yeah. I'm thinking because it's fall. We're in September now, so a lot of the shows drop in fall, right? Don't they?
Yeah. Well, yeah, and plus, with the actors strike,
true.
Reality TV is all we have.
Yeah,
so
because they don't have to pay them the same, right?
Or cartoons,
right? Yeah, I haven't been paying attention to the actor strike. Yeah, so okay, cool. Well, then we'll check it out. Yeah, it'll be good. I think it'll be good.
I'm so excited.
It's very we don't have to, you don't have to think too hard to watch it.
Oh, we're gonna love and hate it. I can't wait.
We'll probably love and hate it.
All right, Golden Rose.
But we love women, and I love that they're giving a platform to older women. One of the women on there is like she's in her 70s.
Something beyond the Real Housewives.
Yeah, they're not 90, but they're
these are older.
The older one is like I think she was like 75.
So these are like boomers.
Yeah, but you should see them.
Okay, done and done. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you so much for listening to our Alone season. Hopefully next year the Alone series is better.
Yeah,
but
I'm still diehard dedicated to the show.
I will
watch it.
I will never not watch
it.
Me
neither. I love that damn show. Yeah,
I love it so much. So we'll be back with the Golden Rose.
Yes.
Bye.